YCS Fallout runs deeper than I actually expected because people are even going after things like full armored Crystal Zero Lancer of all things. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more OS content. Now this is one of those things that you kind of take a second and genuinely admire because, yeah, former Crystal Zero Lancer is really cool for what it does because, I mean, being able to drop it on a rank 5 is actually kind of cool, but it's a free stepping stone out here for some of this stuff. And the fact that we're already at $3 to $4 seeing these kind of climb on up here. You know, we just did get the little rank up package that was messing around with this stuff, which I love the package. I love the idea that you're getting from this. And this is just one more card to kind of toss in to the ever expanding list of things. But if you're paying this price point for this card, it's a little bit crazy to me. So I just wanted to point out that we are seeing an explosive amount of just huge movements in this card for today. Alright, and of course, oh boy, the famous gotta buy my hydrants. You know, collector's rares actually have gone down. You're still sitting at about 103 on up to 105, 110. But the thing is, we're not seeing like crazy movements on these. If anything, the ultras are the things that are spiking back up, which is hilarious. Somebody just bought 3 for $74 a piece. The lowest ones right now on the market are 54 on up to 56, but I understand, you know, I gotta have the same 3 from the same person so they all arrive together. Yeah, it's not a good mentality to have, but whatever. People want to spend more money. I'm gonna stop them. Collector Rare Turbulence is coming in about $48. That's a lot more doable. Ultra Turbulence is $18. Man, I think we could finally see the day that this card hits the $20 mark. And somebody just spent $30 for 2. That's insane. Why? Why would you do that? I guess, sure. Whatever. Amazing. Alright, well, yeah, that's your current Rescue Ace hype train for, you know, the 2 big monsters that you're pretty much used to seeing here. Alright, Destiny Hero Malicious. So I want to preface this with, out of the YCS, a lot of people were talking about Malicious in tier builds. And a lot of the general consensus was, card sucks, you know. I mean, you do have movements 18, 27 in terms of pricing for market. $11 back here effectively. I do kind of agree though, the card doesn't really feel as good as it once did in tier. And also, I mean, it's one more monster you can put on the field for link climbing, sure. And it is another dark that you can kind of, you know, have access to for some of these play lines. But like I said, a lot of the consensus from a lot of the players kind of at the event was the card doesn't feel like it's that good anymore. We also had Acid Golem. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with Acid Golem, this is actually kind of turned into a Genon Ken little thing. So you end up geonating or transversing this on over to your opponent's field. Now remember, you cannot summon any monsters while this card has no exceed materials. And then during your standby phase, you detach 1 material from this card or take 2,000 damage. Basically, you hand this on over to your opponent while it has no exceed materials. And you basically soft lock your opponent because then you can't actually do anything. So it's definitely cute. You are seeing a little bit of a spike on up here. To be fair, there's only 2 near mints on the market at $9 to $10 at the moment. So I didn't think we would see Acid Golem being abused in the way that it is. But Genon Ken definitely brought a new life to some of these old degenerate concepts. Thank you, Rank 3 package. I appreciate you. And of course, Geonator Transverser back here actually didn't shoot up in any crazy value. Because, I mean, to be fair, it did have an OTS reprint into the same reprint as, you know, the super rare. So you kind of pick your poison back here for the 9 to 25 cent version that you want. Alright, and then of course, Nimble Sunfish. If you watch the sprite profile over the weekend on this channel, you definitely saw the fact that we had a discussion point on good old Nimble friend here, because this card kind of gets the ability to do some pretty crazy things. You know, the whole Nimble Beaver interactions. Yeah, you're sitting at $7 to $8 on this thing right now. But once again, it's another Nimble monster. You get the ability to dump something, and then you get special summon another Nimble Sunfish. And then, you know, whatever else along the combo that you want to be resolving, congratulations, you're just setting up free level 2s for days. And once you've started capitalizing on these huge additional monsters that you're putting on the field, your opponent's going to be forced to kind of look at it and go, what am I supposed to do with this? You know, well, unfortunately, not too much. Kaki Mar Crusader, we've checked this out a couple of times. I see that this is continuously something that is revisited by people, which is hilarious, by the way, because the lowest light play is $5 on up to $7, $8, and it does continuously get more ridiculous along the way. One of the big things I want to point out is this is mainly due to Edison. You haven't had any sales since 10/20, which is a good 5 days at this point. Just the little things to consider out here. Like, the card is cool. The little things that you get out of this for having a different deck available in Edison to play is good. But no reprint means, you know, you're locked from Ancient Prophecy. Ugh. Phoenixian Amaryllis Cluster, yeah. More Edison hype, I know. We've checked this card out multiple times. Look at the consistent wave on this, man. Like, these are not changing. I see that people are paying $36 a piece on mod plays, of all things, which honestly is insane at the end of the day. Like, okay, sure. 47. Wow, I can't believe this. You can get one for $48 on up to $49. Like, this is just crazy seeing this huge uptick. But once again, don't underestimate the love that people have for Edison format. Celine. So, what do you want me to tell you? We did see the Exodia Turbo deck. All right, and I believe that this is one of the cards that tends to make things kind of go round in that pile. You're seeing $5 here. Now, the problem with this is this card going to hit some crazy ceiling, Robbie? Like, what's going on here? To be honest with you, you are looking at short listings, but the problem here is the card has the reprint. It has more in circulation, so if you're expecting this card to go to $10, $11, no, I don't think so. Having it budge up the dollar price point that we're seeing right now is within the realm of expectations, considering, you know, how good this card actually is. But, okay, I see what's going on here. Oh, wow, these are still only $105 post YCS weekend. That's actually insane. Meanwhile, the secrets, on the other hand, these have buckled down a little bit. You've got 92, 95, 90. And it looks like you're still sitting at a solid $95, which is not terrible, all real things considered. I mean, Genon Ken were projected to be some of the craziest stuff out of YCS Indy, and I feel like they missed the mark just a wee little bit. Doesn't mean that they're not good cards. Oh, no. They are. But that's kind of result right now. Sting the Poison Wind, 117 listings of these. You know, I see that somebody came through here and bought 7 copies of this the other day, which is hilarious. But just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this is by far one of the best little insects that you could actually have going around out here, and they're still so cheap. Gravekeepers Inscription, this card was also pretty good out of the weekend here. I see that we have had movements at 777. These are turning over. The card is actually really good. A lot of people are dedicating this to side deck play. It's one of those cards that once you kind of start to play this, you're like, wow, this feels incredibly good when you actually do see it. It's really bad when you don't see it, but card definitely has a place in the meta for the side. And then, of course, speaking of things that have gone crazy, Mistaken Arrest, Secret Rares, $14, $12. Somebody's paid $18 for a first ed. Yeah, this is crazy how bad these have actually ramped up. Good news, though, I mean, $40 for the rares. It's just, of course, people want that higher rarity, and they're willing to pay it. And the TG Warwolf situation, these are $11 back here. You have 9 listings of these. TG hype. People can technically max rarity the deck for hardly anything. And that's definitely something worth considering out here. So, that's where we're sitting right now with today's market. It is an absolute crapshoot. It's within the realm of expectations for what I was kind of expecting. But what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.